Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, I'm Heather Ione. I am a blogger, YouTuber, traveler, wellness warrior, and chai tea addict. I live in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I create content all about self-help, health, and wellness. And this video is actually going to be a continuation of the 50 Facts About Me video because I had no idea how much I was rambling. So here are the 20 more facts about me, starting now. Fun fact number 31. The one restaurant I have eaten at more than any other restaurant is Chipotle, and I know that they had issues, like health issues and like an E. coli breakout or something, but honestly, I don't think I will ever stop eating Chipotle. It is my favorite restaurant. Nothing could take me away from it. I think I would actually have to get sick myself in order for that to change. Number 32. The one thing that I buy more than anything is flowy pants. I have like this absurd like bohemian pant collection. It's actually a little bit much. I probably have like 30 or so. Like when I'm not wearing like flowy bohemian pants, I'm wearing yoga pants. So I basically never wear adult pants. Number 33, if I could be like anyone, I would be like Sahara Rose. If you don't know who she is an Ayurveda author. She is also a podcaster. Her podcast is called The Highest Self Podcast. She's an online influencer. She has an amazing website, and she is sort of like my inspiration, I guess. I know that like the content we create is a little bit different because she focuses mainly on spirituality, whereas I focus on more self-help and wellness, but I love everything about her. I use her as like inspiration for like creating Instagram. I use her for like inspiration for blog posts and like how to build my website. Watching her has really helped me because when you're trying to become a content creator, when you're trying to become a blogger or a YouTuber or a podcaster, like there's no one to help you. Like you have to learn everything from scratch. Like you are starting out all on your own. You have to figure it out on your own. There's no one to go to for advice. And if you do get advice, it's like so scattered and all over the place and everyone has their own opinion. So sometimes I just like go look at her website or whatever and I just kind of use it as inspiration. And it's kind of like helped me and kept me motivated and kept me going because now I'm able to see like, I'm sort of able to see like an end result. Like that's what I'm working towards. So it kind of motivates me every day, even on the days when I don't feel like it. So I absolutely love her podcast. I love her website. And if there's like any podcaster I would suggest, it's Sahara Rose because she is so awesome. I love her. Number 34. I am a huge believer in signs. Like I believe that basically everything is like a sign. That not everything, but like if I'm like walking somewhere and I see something that kind of catches my eye, I'll like look up the meaning to it, and I take like everything as a sign. And I've like become really like immersed in like the symbolism of like certain animals. I don't know, I just think it's really cool. Like even if it is like made up, it just makes me feel better. And I also noticed that in the past couple years there's like certain symbols or certain animals that always kind of come around whenever I'm like praying or meditating. And since then I've just become a huge believer because I don't really believe that anything is like a coincidence, you know? Number 35. If I had to identify with any religion, it would be Buddhism. I actually was never raised religious at all. Like I didn't even believe in God growing up because it was just like not something that my family ever talked about. So it was just I never thought about it. And then I ended up going to a private school where everyone was Christian and Catholic, and they all started this rumor that I worshiped the devil and I was the worst person in the world because I didn't go to church, and it was a whole thing. So then I basically became like super angry and like hated all religion. I didn't really, but I don't know. I was so angry that like other people were nasty to me and starting rumors and saying bad things to me and making me believe that I was a terrible person because I didn't believe what they believed. And Then when I went out on my own, I went to college, I was 19 years old, and I just felt like I needed to have a spirituality. Like I felt like I needed to have a faith, something to believe in, because I was going out on my own and I was just like, I need something, you know, I need something to keep me going. And I started looking into all different types of religions. I started reading books. I started watching videos about them, just trying to find something that I identified with. And then I found Buddhism. And I can't say that I'm like 100% like a Buddhist, because I don't feel like I'm just like one thing. I pull my own beliefs from different podcasts and books that I read. But when I started reading books about Buddhism, I realized like, oh my gosh, I actually believe all of these things already. I had no idea that it was a religion. So since then, I became a spiritual person. I pray every day. I have my own beliefs about the afterlife and about our purpose in life. And even though I don't fit into this specific category, it has helped me so much, and it's given me the courage to keep going and to realize that we're not just here to pay bills and make babies. There is a bigger thing happening, you know. Number 36. Out of everywhere that I've been, my favorite place that I've ever been, well, okay, I was trying to write this list, so I was gonna say what was my favorite place I've ever been, but I was torn because I couldn't decide whether it was Costa Rica or if it was New Orleans. I really, really loved Costa Rica because there was like so much adventure, and I think one of the best moments of my life was like swimming underneath La Fortuna. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. We got to walk through the rainforest, and oh my gosh, it was just so cool. I loved that trip. It just like fed my soul, you know. It was amazing. But I also really love New Orleans because, based on the other facts that I told you, it's no surprise that I love like creepy things. I love paranormal. I love ghost shows, and New Orleans was so cool to me because I got to learn about all the history. I got to see the house that was in the Skeleton Key, and that was really cool. I got to like hear about all of the like curses and like a little bit about voodoo, and I just thought it was awesome. Like I would go back to New Orleans at any time. I loved seeing like all of the graveyards, and I like got pictures of like orbs and everything. I mean, I know this YouTube channel is all about health and wellness, so people probably think I'm like so crazy, but okay, we're multifaceted people. I just love creepy stuff, you know. I always have. Number 37. I actually wanted to be a YouTuber since I was 13 years old. It's been a solid 10 years since I started this channel. I can't believe it. And I just was so embarrassed. Like I wasn't sure what people were gonna think of me, and I wasn't sure like how to create videos. I think I actually tried to create a YouTube channel like 5 times. When I actually was first dating Matt at the beginning of our relationship, I made him like film a couple YouTube videos for me. Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. I was like doing favorites videos. I was like super awkward and embarrassed, and like his roommate and best friend was there, and oh my God, it was so embarrassing. It's finally happening. Number 38. At the moment, nobody knows about this YouTube channel because I'm kind of doing what I did with like my blog, where I want to share it with other people, but first I just want to I want to try it out. I want to get used to it. I want to feel comfortable with it. And like what I did with my blog was I was like too embarrassed to tell anybody that I actually had a blog yet. So I was working on it for 9 months before I shared it with people. So I don't know when I'm going to start sharing my YouTube channel, but I have not shared it with any of my friends or on social media yet, which is going to be kind of awkward because they'll see this and be like, oh my God, when did you start a YouTube channel? Number 39. I actually wanted to be a blogger for 5 years before I did that. And again, same thing, like I was like too embarrassed about what other people were gonna think. I had no idea what I was gonna write about, and I was super envious of other people that had blogs, but I was like, I have no idea how to do it. I don't know how to start it. I don't know what to write about. I don't know what to call it. So I like held myself back and didn't do it. And finally, what happened was that there was basically like a series of events that just kind of like pushed me into it one day, and thank God for that, because I'm so much happier now that I'm doing what I actually want to do. Number 40. The next big trip I want to take, there's like little trips I want to take, but the next big one, I want to go to Southeast Asia. I actually want to go to Thailand and see like a lantern festival, and I want to see Malaysia, I want to see Bali. I just think it would be so cool to like kind of start out in Thailand, go down to Malaysia, Indonesia, and then maybe like Papua New Guinea. I just think that would be amazing. I've been dreaming about it for a really, really long time. And I decided that I wanted to like see Europe first. So now that I've seen that, I'm like, okay, I want to see Southeast Asia. So Matt and I are actually starting to plan it, and we're going to do it, I want to say like 2020 or 2021, something like that. So that should be coming up soon. Cross your fingers for us. I hope to God I can plan it. Number 41, my most embarrassing moment. I was like really debating about whether or not I was going to share this, but whatever, I'm just going to do it anyways. My most embarrassing moment was when I was 16 years old, and I was in behind the wheel, which is like driver's ed, but like in our school we had to do like driver's ed, which was like a in-class thing, and then we had to do behind the wheel, where it was like you and one person were kind of like partnered up, and you would have like a teacher who taught you how to drive, like actually fucking do it. And oh my God, it was in the winter. It was like just from like, it was like starting to be spring, but this was in Wisconsin, so the roads were really slippery, and there was like tons of slush, and there were like mounds of snow. And I mean, if you live in Wisconsin, then you know that people are like terrible about plowing, especially parking lots. So like half of like a parking spot could be like a mound of snow, so then you don't get to like pull into the spot all the way, you know? So I was just finishing up my behind the wheel class that day. My mom was parked like right in front of where I was trying to park, and there were like literally five buses in front of where I was trying to park, all lined up, filled with kids. And what happened was I was pulling into the spot, and the teacher was like, okay, brake, okay, gas, brake, gas, because he was trying to like get me to go up farther, but I didn't want to like run over the snowbank, so I was like, I'm not sure how far to go in. So he was going like brake, gas, brake, gas, brake, gas, and he just like kept doing that, and like it was like confusing me. So then instead of hitting the brake, I hit the gas, and I ran over the reserved parking for driver's education students sign in front of hundreds of people, and I never lived it down. And if you know my mom, then you know she likes to make you feel absolutely terrible about yourself. So she, oh my God, she made me feel so bad and so embarrassed, and she was so rude to me about it for like days. I was like humiliated. Like I just stayed at home and like never came out of my room, and I was so embarrassed. And of course she had to tell my dad, and he had stuff to say about it, and oh my God, it was like, oh my God. And then another super embarrassing moment happened, because I was in a class in college, and we all had to share our most embarrassing moment as like an icebreaker the very first day. So I started to share the story, and I was actually getting so embarrassed that my voice was shaking and like cracking. So I had to like relive that embarrassing moment all over again. And now that's me sharing it on YouTube. Number 42, I do have a sibling. I have a younger sister, Autumn. She's about 5 years younger than me. And I was always super jealous of her because she's very artistic. She goes to SCAD now in Savannah, and she is a photographer, like painter. She can draw, she can do like basically anything. She's got like a super creative artistic side to her, and she took a bunch of my photos too. She's really amazing. She's getting better like so much. Like my mom used to let her like paint all over her walls in her room. It was so cool. and now she's actually in school studying art, so she gets better like every single day, and she's sending us her art projects, and I'm like how is she doing that, you know? So yeah, I do have a younger sister. Her name is Autumn. I'm kind of frustrated with my mom because I feel like with how much I love Halloween and everything, I feel like I should have been the one named Autumn. Number 43, I actually really want to try beekeeping. Me and Matt both really do, and we want to try and like make our own honey. So we're actually looking for a house right now. We've been house hunting for a long time. We almost bought a house and it fell through because the inspection, it did not go well. But we've decided that once we get a house, we're gonna start beekeeping. We're gonna learn all about it, and I'm so excited. I have a feeling it's gonna be like a huge pain in the ass, and it'll be interesting, but I'm so excited. I think it'll be cool. Number 44. I wanted to answer the question, have you ever met anyone famous? And I did. I met Kevin Jonas once in New York, and what happened was I was out to dinner with my grandpa, my younger sister, and my grandpa's wife, and we had went and saw, I think we saw a Broadway play. We saw like The Lion King or something like that, I can't remember. And then we went out to dinner, and we were sitting in this restaurant, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, like that's Kevin Jonas. And my grandpa's like, who is Kevin Jonas? I was like, he's a celebrity, he's a singer, he's like part of the Jonas Brothers, like the three brothers that sing and you know whatever. And so he went over to him, he's like, I'm gonna go introduce myself. I was like, oh my God, because he sells cars. So he like pulled out his business card like he always does, and he walked over, he's like, hi, nice to meet you, like gives him his business card, introduces himself, and he tells Kevin Jonas like, hey, it's my granddaughter's 14th birthday, she's a huge fan of you. It was not my birthday. And he was like, she really wants to take a picture with you. So he was like, all right, bring her over. So I went and took a picture with Kevin Jonas. His wife was super nice too. She like moved out of the way, and we totally interrupted them during like a romantic dinner, and they were just like, it's fine, like come take a picture with us. And my grandpa started actually selling cars to the Jonas Brothers because of that. And there was like a while where like whenever he would sell a car to them, he would send me a check as like my commission, I guess. Number 45, my favorite color is turquoise. It's been turquoise since I was like in high school, I wanna say. Like everything that I bought was turquoise or like teal or some sort of variation of that. Everything that I buy is basically blue. Number 46, my favorite YouTuber is Carrie Rad. And I've actually been following her since Ingrid like first shared her video on YouTube, or she recommended her in a video, that's what happened. And I've been following Carrie Rad since then. She's my favorite YouTuber because she creates content all about self-love and self-care and adventure. So I feel like she's like a YouTuber that's kind of like on the same page as me. You know, we both care about the same things. And I always felt like she was a little bit more sincere and genuine than a lot of YouTubers that I saw, who kind of seemed like they were just like doing it for like fame or something, or they just wanted to like get big and get attention and get a lot of followers. But I really love her videos because it just, I don't know, it feels real, it feels genuine. She's one of the YouTubers that I felt like I could connect with more. So I've been watching her like since the very beginning. Before that, I used to watch like all videos about like beauty and stuff, but you know, beauty is not everything. Number 47, I actually struggle with social anxiety, and I didn't know what social anxiety was until I came across one of the YouTubers that I've been following for a couple years, and she opened up about having social anxiety. And then it was like a glass shattering moment where I was like, oh my God, that's what I have. And I had no idea. But basically, like whenever I'm about to see people, I get like really anxious and nervous, and like I dread going, and like I have this like horrible anxious feeling. I get like stressed out. I'm like coming up with excuses to not go. It happens even when I'm not just seeing friends. Like it happens with close friends. It happens even with family. Like if I was going to meet my family right now at a restaurant, I'd probably be like having an anxiety attack. I don't know what it is. And once I'm like around people, I normally like just feel absolutely fine and it goes away. But something about like the buildup, that's really hard for me. There's other kind of weird like tendencies that I have. Like I get like really stressed out, like if I have to go to the bathroom or something and I have to like get up in front of everybody, I'm like, oh my God, everyone's eyes are gonna be on me. And I don't know, just like I've had social anxiety for as long as I can remember, and it sucks. I feel like it gets in the way of a lot, you know? And that's actually why I started modeling, was because I was like, if I can do that, if I can pose in front of 300 people while standing in front of a rocket, like I can probably do anything. And it did help for a little while. Modeling did help me. I've been able to like get over social anxiety like in that environment because I'm used to it, and I kind of just get focused on like the task, like taking pictures. But still, like when I go meet friends, when I go meet family, when I'm being introduced to people, I get like really anxious and shy, and I'm never like the first person to like talk and break the ice. So that's kind of sucky. But yeah, that's something I've been struggling with for a long time now, and I just wanted to share that with you because why not? Number 48, the one artist that I'm like listening to on repeat now is Billie Eilish. My favorite song basically changes every day. Like 1 minute I'll be like super obsessed with this song, and the next minute I'll be super obsessed with that song. I don't have like an all-time favorite song, but right now I'm basically listening to Billie Eilish on repeat, and I really love her. I also like how her videos are like kind of creepy, and I don't know, she's really cool. Number 49, I don't believe we went to the moon. And I know I'm gonna take so much shit for this. I always do. Whenever I tell people I don't believe it, like they get really angry and try and convince me, but like I swear to God, you will never be able to convince me. I've watched like documentaries about how it's like fake and everything, and I'm just like, I will never believe that we went to the moon. I've never, like, even when I was in elementary school and I was like learning about going to the moon, I was like, no, doesn't seem true, doesn't seem right. I don't believe it. Number 50. When I was growing up, my mom convinced me that I had a little man who lived in my ear named Ernie. So that was my 50 facts about me. I hope you guys liked it. I've started this YouTube channel because I wanted to use it as a way for you guys to get to know a little bit more about me besides just social media and besides my blog. I wanted to kind of introduce myself off of those platforms and share with you some of the, you know, some background about me, some of my embarrassing stories and facts. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. It can be kind of intimidating putting this much of yourself out online. So it is like a little bit nerve-wracking, but I don't know. I'm just past the point where I care about what other people think. And I have to say, before I turn off this video, I have a lot of respect for YouTubers now, because I've tried to make a YouTube channel about 5 times, and it can be really difficult to actually sit in front of a camera and talk normally and act like yourself and share stuff about yourself and open up online and be vulnerable. And I have to say, I really do respect people who make a living doing this, because it's not as simple as it seems. Anyways, thank you for watching, you guys. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel below. You can also find me on my blog, www.lostonlineblog.com. You can find me on Instagram at heather.ione, I-O-N-E. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.